Good morning. Shreddy, are you on?
No.
Shreddy, are you on?
Yes. Whoa.
Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Skatecationland.
We're going to start off and introduce our teams for Game 6. In white is Aroostook Roller Derby Biohazards. Number 0, Locomotive Lopez. Number 009, Wiley Biote. Number 03, Freak. Number 179, Barracuda Barbie. Number 21, Shorty. Number 24, Neus Ex Machina. Number 28, Legs. Number 309, Raz McStabs. Number 32, Sasshole. Number 328, Sabs of Steel. Number 369, Number Muncher. Number 6, Rapunzel. Number 888, Narwin. Number 92, Rock Slide. And number 999, Tuck Her Up. And the Biohazards are coached today by Truck Norris, Hershey Bad, Zach Attack, and Coach Heck. And Susan.
All right, and your home team, the Maine Roller Derby Old Port Brigade, today is represented by 150 Roly Poly, 202 Chopped Liver, 218 Cupquake, 23 Candy Pane, 27 Mixed Media, 31 Velocity Raptor, 329 Manic at the Disco, 425 Sylvia Rath, 518 Heartless Birch, 52 Wreck-It, 67 The Missing Links, 69 Sticky Situation, 777 Super Stitches, 897 Betty Be Tough, and 925 Brawley Parton. Coached by Evil, Fish, T, and Sparks. What do we want to do? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, everybody's lining up for the first jam of the day.
Jamming for Maine, number 23, Candy Pane.
And
jamming.
Oh, yeah, and for Aroostook 009, Wiley Biote. And the day 2 action has started.
And Candy is out of the pack with lead. Wiley not far behind.
We have some whistles being blown in the pack. Looks like 518 Heartless Birch to the box for Maine Roller Derby. Jam is called, 2 points for Maine. Aroostook sits at 0.
Isn't this cool?
Thank you for announcing.
Thank you. Looks like we have confirmation that Birch went to the box for a forearm.
Mixed media picking up lead for Maine. Star pass for Aroostook.
Jammer pivot turned jammer for Aroostook now out of the pack. We have another 4-0 jam favoring Maine. Maine unfortunately has now roly-poly in the box, replacing Heartless Birch with an illegal contact. Jammer for Maine, 8-9-7, Betty B. Tough. And 2-8 legs for Aroostook.
And some offense by Freak. Getting legs out of the pack for lead.
Great line coverage by Cupquake to make some room for Betty. Aroostook through for 4. We have both jammers back in the pack on scoring passes. And both emerge on the other side with 4 points.
A blocker from each team in the box now. And legs choosing to call off that jam.
Looks like white picks up 2 additional points, blue 0. We have a tie game. One blocker from each team in the box right now.
And Aroostook picking up lead.
We have Wreck-It for Maine Roller Derby fighting to get out of the pack.
And Birch is out of the pack after taking a star pass from Wreck-It.
Both jammers approaching the pack. We have a hit out and bridge back on Rapunzel. Rip gets 4 more, decides to call it.
And that is a lead change, 22 Aroostook and 14 Maine.
We have number 2-3 Candy Payne out jamming for Maine Roller Derby.
Some big offense by Sticky Situation.
Oh no,
And
Aroostook sends their jammer to the box.
Power Jam Maine.
Heavy on the offense gets Candy Payne right through for 4 points.
And pivot going to the box for Maine. And a drawback from Locomotive Lopez.
We have 0 from Aroostook, really giving Candy Payne some trouble in the back of the pack there. That's Locomotive
Wiley.
Lopez.
out of the box and through the pack on a scoring pass.
And Candy Payne decides to call it.
And we're at another tie, 22, Aroostook 22, Maine. Close game.
An exciting game for the morning. Wake everybody up.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Taking the line for Aroostook, we have 328 Sabs of Steel going up against Betty B. Tough of Maine Roller Derby. Betty taking a little help from her friends, gets lead jammer.
And a star pass for Aroostook, and Shorty is the jammer. Betty picking up 4 points and calling the jam.
Jam is on. We have Mixed Media 2-7 jamming for Maine Roller Derby, but already out with the lead is Legs for Aroostook. Legs gets in there and decides to call it off. Looks like grabbing all 4 points. Another tie game.
Wreck-It jamming for Maine, and Rapunzel for Aroostook. And Rapunzel is through with lead. Wreck-It looking for offense.
White loses one to the box. Who is that, Shreddy? Maine goes in and sneaks 3 points before the jam gets called. Aroostook has 4 for that one.
And during our official timeout is a great time to read our land acknowledgement. Maine Roller Derby acknowledges that our game today is taking place on the traditional and unceded homelands of the Wabanaki Nations and peoples. We respect the Wabanaki Nations as the original stewards of this land. We affirm tribal sovereignty, and we recognize that the state of Maine has failed to fulfill its treaty obligations to the Wabanaki Nations, resulting in ongoing injustice and violations of land and water rights. We encourage our community to check out the links in our program to learn more about Wabanaki-led organizations advocating for justice.
And when we have a second, I'll go over the venue rules really quick. Please, no food or drink in the skating area. Trackside seating is at your own risk and only for those 18 years or older. Please do not place anything on the railing alongside the rink, including holding signs over them so they don't fall on the track. And overflow parking can be found along Shabbat Street. Please do not park at any of the local businesses as you may be towed.
I also have an announcement. At the end of the tournament, there's a surprise in the parking lot, and it's very cool, and you should join us.
Oh, yeah. Shreddy always has the funnest surprises.
It's very fun, I promise. The more people who participate, the better the outcome.
And our hardworking officials are working hard. Today we're joined by officially Mel, Emma Goldmangle, officially Mel again, I guess, WB Destroys, Gene Knockout, 6 Feet Thunder, Bunny, Rex Blocker, Kung Fu Manda, Indy Chuckles, Polly,
Tony Baloney, Heather, hello, Hard Dash, Dutch, Raging Cajun, Melly one more time, Twisted Throttle, and Pete in the Pool. Candy running up the inside, picking up lead for Maine. And Rip Punzel not far behind. Candy calling it from the floor after picking up 1 point, 2 points, and skipping back to the bench.
That's a lead change. Correction, 3 points to Maine Roller Derby.
Correction, once again, it's 2. Jamming for Aroostook is Wiley Biote, and jamming for Maine, Betty B. Tough, who also runs up the inside for lead.
Heartless Birch and Cupquake really giving Wiley the business.
Wiley out of the pack and chasing Betty.
A quick scoot around the outside. Betty calls, picking up 2 points.
Sabs of Steel and Mixed Media jamming. Liver dancing.
We've got a full array of blockers out there for both teams. Number 999 tries to do a little offense.
Sabs grabbing lead for Aroostook.
Mix gets through on the outside.
Some offense from Narwin. And Sabs picks up 3. Bringing us to another tie. 3-3, 3-3.
What a morning.
Maine starting with a blocker in the box. Wreck-It and Legs jamming.
Raptor gets a false start, does a little yield.
Kid escaping a big hit from Shorty. Both jammers entering the pack with speed. Legs choosing to call it off. Picking up 2 for Aroostook, which is a lead change.
Looks like we have number 2-3 Candy Pane lined up for Maine Roller Derby and number 6 Rapunzel for Aroostook.
Sticky opening up the inside line. But Rapunzel is through for a Aroostook lead.
Freak does a hit out on the Maine Roller Derby jammer, but gets sent to the box for a direction of play.
Some big pile-ups happening on the turn. Candy still fighting through on her initial. Hit out.
Sticky situation directing the Maine Roller Derby
and
pack.
Candy will serve a jammer penalty.
Rip shrugging off some hits and exits the pack again, picking up another 4. Aroostook loses Barracuda Barbie, number 179, to the box.
Rip calling it off with Candy standing in the box, giving Aroostook a power start for Wiley Biote.
And Maine Roller Derby calls a timeout.
Which is a perfect time for us to shout out our DJ. The music you heard before the game and during halftime is courtesy of our extraordinary DJ F Major. You too can book DJ F for your next wedding, party, corporate event, or sporting event. He also offers professional pop-up karaoke. For more information or to book an event, email djfmajor@gmail.com.
And just so everybody knows, we have a really great raffle going on all day today. The skate rental counter has an enticing array of raffle prizes that are yours to win. Simply purchase a raffle ticket at the counter, write your name and email address on the ticket, and drop it in the jar for each prize you'd like to win. We will announce the winners before the last game today. And examples of prizes include, that quilt that Therapistol made is awesome. It's really fun and well crafted. There's a wooden house sculpture created by Sindad, and a gift certificate to a massage by Wiz at Massage.
And it will be Legs jamming the power start for Aroostook. Stepping over Superstitious and is called on a penalty for a jammer switch.
I believe that was an illegal contact penalty.
Candy
bodies
fighting
everywhere.
hard, getting lead from the box.
Maine Roller Derby comes in, plays some offense.
Candy sneaking through. Legs is back on the track and hot on Candy's heels.
Candy Pane tries to use Brawley Parton to get through the pack, knocked out and dragged back. No worries, takes the other line and gets right through.
And a blocker from Aroostook sent to the box. Candy picking up the rest of her points and calling the jam.
$12 total for Maine on that, bringing us to 45 Maine, 47 Aroostook.
What? I know. It's really hard.
Sabs of Steel and Betty B. Tough jamming. And Freak with the drawback as usual. Betty picking up lead for Maine. Sabs looking for a star pass to Freak.
But Raptor's in there trying to make sure it doesn't happen. Oh, and a cut sends the Aroostook jammer to the box.
And Betty's going too, so we're gonna swap. Your turn, Sabs. And Betty's back. Some big offense from 309. Raz McStabs.
We've got a really tight pack right now. And some confusion about who's about to get a penalty.
Betty finally escaping Freak's grasp.
Strong wall from Maine Roller Derby back there, giving Stabs of Steel a hard time. We got the missing links, Heartless Birch and Velocity Raptor.
Betty bridging out, and she's through again for 4. A huge hit from Freak, who has taken a star pass. You're really not allowed to say goddamn into a microphone.
Both jammers make it through, claiming 4 points.
And Wiley Biote heading to the box as the jammer. And an Aroostook blocker. And Mix will sneak by on the outside for lead. A hit out from Shorty. Oh, again, Shorty's hitting Mix out and running back. Maine noticing just in time that Wiley Biote is back from the box. Fighting through on their initial pass. Big hit from CQ. Wiley is relentless.
Mixed media being encouraged to keep going, keep going.
CQ drawing Wiley back again. Leading them right back into Maine's wall. Mix skating through with style.
Raph picks up the Aroostook jammer in the front of the pack to help her wall reset.
And that's a lead change. 51 Aroostook, 69 Maine.
I can't be sure, but I think 12 points is maybe the highest scoring jam we've had today.
I think so. Yeah. During our timeout is a great time to mention the Skatecationland merch. Don't forget to check out the limited edition Skatecationland merch at the skate rental counter. We have t-shirts and stickers designed by MRD's own Mixed Media, who you saw in the last jam. Buy something now so you can make sure to remember today, the best day of your life for years to come. Visit the merch tables for our visiting teams over in the concessions area as well. Cool moves by Narwin. Both jammers kind of choosing the hard way through the middle. And Rapunzel is lead. Candy looking for offense.
Gets a little help, makes it through.
Rapunzel choosing to call with 2 Aroostook blockers in the box.
No points on that one for Maine Roller Derby, so we now have 55 Aroostook, 69 Maine Roller Derby.
Freak jamming for Aroostook. And Betty jamming for Maine.
Freak playing a little defense. Try to free some blockers from the box.
And Freak is through for lead. Betty's out of the pack too, chasing Freak.
The missing Lynx heads to the box for Maine Roller Derby. Freak calls it off for Aroostook, adding 3 more points. And Maine Roller Derby has Raptor join Lynx in the box.
It's a party over there.
Mixed Media and Legs up on the jammer line. Legs gets through with lead.
And a cut for Mix, sending them to the box.
Maine currently has 2 blockers out on the track. That's Cupquake and Sylvia Rath.
Some
And,
great offense from Aroostook.
Yeah.
Maine's got a friend coming up. Rath catching legs and slowing them down. Calling that jam with Maine's jammer standing in the box.
7 points on that jam, so now we're at 65 Aroostook, 69 Maine Roller Derby. Aroostook sends Rapunzel out, sole jammer on the track.
Kind of a terrifying starting stance. And a big hit on Manic. And Rapunzel is lead. Mix is out of the box on their initial pass. Hit out on the in.
Inside open for Rapunzel to sneak on through, first 4.
And Mix is running through. Birch heading to the box for a direction. Rapunzel with some fancy footwork on the outside line and calling the jam. With 2 Maine blockers in the box.
We have an official review from Maine.
And a lead change of Aroostook
May as well take some time to do a sponsor shout out right now. Why don't we hear a little bit about Seaweed Co. is Maine's premier adult cannabis company, offering the state's best selection of cannabis products alongside a friendly, knowledgeable team ready to help you find the right fit. Whether you're looking to manage pain, improve sleep, or simply add a little more positivity to your day. Also sponsored today by LeBlanc Diggins, is proud to sponsor today's bout, helping Maine families plan for the future on and off the track. Well, looks like a friendly official review. Everybody's laughing out there, so that's good.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our volunteers today. Cinder on tape. Let's hear it for tape. Yeah. Jim on photos. Let's hear it for Jim.
Who else we got? We got Lael over on community standards.
Let's hear it for community standards. And Tyler on tape. Woo.
And Shreddy, being a wonderful announcer.
Thanks.
If you get a chance, look at her eyeballs.
Back to the action. Candy jamming for Maine. Sabs of Steel jamming for Aroostook. Maine with 2 blockers in the box. And Sabs picking up lead quickly.
Got a little info on that official review. Maine was hoping to get a back block assessed against the jammer in the last jam. However, the contact scene was not supportive of that call, and no call remains.
And that is 2 blockers in the box for Aroostook and 2 standing in the box for Maine. It's Wiley Biote and Mixed Media jamming. And 2 gruesome twosomes, Rolly and CQ, and Shorty and Lopez. A hit out from Rolly, a run back from Shorty, and Wiley will get lead. Another hit out from Shorty, stopped by Birch. Wiley ducking around the pack for a scoring pass. Mix looking for their friends.
Pushing up at the front, Mixed Media gets through.
Wiley calling off that jam with 8 points. And 1 blocker from Maine standing in the box.
All right, we have Maine roller derby's Betty B. Tough, number 897 on the jam line, going up against Legs from Aroostook. Both jammers pushing, and Legs out of the pack for a lead. Betty B. Tough heads to the penalty box with the star. A failed star pass attempt.
Legs knocking everyone to the floor for 4 points.
Some instruction from their coach. Receives a head nod. Tripod of Lynx, liver, and Rolly pushes legs out of bounds, forcing a call off.
Betty is standing in the box. Maine will start powerless. Rapunzel will start with a power jam. Lopez heading to the box for a direction, and Rapunzel picking up lead.
Betty B. Tough returns to the track, donning the jammer star, and gets through. A little sneaky. Rapunzel decides to call it after picking up 4 points, bringing the total 94 Aroostook, 69 Maine roller derby.
Nice.
I'm kind of suspicious Maine's just trying to stay at 69 now.
Couldn't think of a reason why.
Oh, wow, and that's the half. And welcome back. We're just about to start the second half of Game 1, Day 2 here at Skatecationland.
Shout out to both teams for sportsmanship and camaraderie. You guys are so fun to watch. Everyone's smiling and high-fiving and laughing and dancing. Ah, I love you. So nice. Crisp whistle. Thank you for that one. That was good. Mixed media and Rapunzel jamming to start the second half. Big hits from Sticky and Birch, and Rapunzel jumping through for lead. Mixed media not far behind.
White number 369 being sent to the box. That is Number Muncher. Rapunzel picks up 4 points for Aroostook and calls it off, bringing the score 98 Aroostook, 69 Maine Roller Derby. Number 28 Legs for Aroostook going up against Candy Payne, number 23 for Maine Roller Derby.
Freak with a drawback.
Candy avoids a big hit in order to get lead.
And Freak has taken a pass for Aroostook. And she's out of the pack.
Some offense, and Candy Payne's through for 4. Calls it off.
Betty B. Tough and Wiley Biote jamming.
Heartless Birch meets Wiley on the outside line. Slows her down a little bit.
And Wiley picks up lead for Aroostook. Betty's fighting on the outside, waiting for some offense from Birch.
Wiley calls it off, but not before grabbing 2 more points, bringing Aroostook up to a nice round 100. Maine Roller Derby 73.
Mixed through behind Sabs of Steel, right behind, forcing them to call it off.
For each team on the track to start this jam. We have Candy Payne for Maine Roller Derby going up against Rapunzel from Aroostook.
Rapunzel ripping through the pack and getting lead. Candy trying some fancy footwork on the in.
Rapunzel comes through for 4 points.
Candy still fighting on an initial, a drawback from Lopez.
Aroostook number 9-2 Rock Slide gets sent to the box, allowing Candy Payne a little space and ability to make it through. A knockout from Roly Poly, forcing Aroostook to call it off.
And sending chopped liver to the box for a multiplayer. Both teams starting with a blocker down.
Everybody picked up some points on that last one. We're looking at 107 Aroostook, 76 Maine. Each jammer, Betty B. Tough and Legs, pushing up against strong tripods from the opposing teams. Some excellent tracking.
Pack is at a standstill. Both jammers still pushing on initial. Aroostook and Maine grab their blockers back from the box. And Legs picks up lead.
Betty B. Tough receives some offense and makes it through the pack, putting the star back on.
Big hits from Aroostook. Legs recycles back to the in and is hit out again. Two skaters in the box for Maine.
Looks like we have 2 points awarded to Maine on that and 4 to Aroostook. Both coaching staff being very emphatic right now.
Mix and Biley running up to start.
Sticky with a big hit on Wiley, but brushed off and through.
Mix looking for some offense. Help is arriving from the box.
A
Wiley
nice spin move.
Wiley's through for 4 more.
Calling it from the floor.
With a cool somersault.
Timeout from Maine Roller Derby. Are you interested in joining the league as a skating member, official, or looking to learn more about the sport? Join Maine Roller Derby for our first summer boot camp program. Come skate Monday nights through June and July at the Portland Expo, starting this Monday, June 15th. We'll introduce you to the sport of roller derby to teach you some basic skills, playing games, and having fun. This is a great opportunity to meet current members of Maine Roller Derby and work on your skating skills before trying out for the Fresh Muscle program in early September. All are welcome. Check out our website, www.mainrollerderby.com/bootcamp for more details. Are you helping with boot camp this year?
Probably. I'll be there.
Excellent.
the end of that timeout, we are starting with 2 Maine blockers in the box once again. Candy Payne jamming for Maine. And Rapunzel for Aroostook.
Rolly
with a big hit out.
Slows Rapunzel down, but not for too long. Out with lead for Aroostook.
Manic looking for a big hit.
Candy Payne completes their initial. And there's the call off. 4 points total for Aroostook on that. 0 Maine roller derby.
This time Aroostook starting with a blocker in the box. Maine with 5 players on the track. Mix picking up lead quickly. Sabs of Steel looking for a star pass. And they've completed the pass to the pivot.
That's number 24, Nias Ekmakina.
Mix looking to burn off some penalty time for a teammate.
There's the call off. Maine will start with 2 blockers in the box for the next jam. Betty B. Tuff's shouting some words of encouragement to her 2 blockers out there.
Happen to know that Maine roller derby's been practicing a lot of 2v1. Good thing. Betty looking for a pass and a drawback from Freak, to no one's surprise.
Brawley B. Tuff gets a
all
piece of
weekend.
legs.
Oh. And Betty heads to the box with a cut.
Freak gets sent to the box, but Legs gets through for 4 points.
Maine's blockers are back on the track.
That's another 4 for Legs after some clearing offense of the inside line from her team.
And another Maine blocker sent to the box. Betty is back on the track, jamming for Maine. Great.
Solid 3-wall now for Maine. That's Sylvia Rath, Heartless Birch, and Brawley Parton. Really making Legs work for some more points.
Freak running up for some offense for Legs. It's a big hit on Birch. Betty's waiting for offense too, and she's through the pack. Raptor slowing Legs down on the outside.
Legs decides to pick up 2 more points and then call it off. Looks like a total of 18 points on that jam. I think that's now our highest scoring jam.
Yeah. Aroostook 137, Maine roller derby 82. And Wiley Biote heads to the box with a jammer penalty. Forearm, meaning a power jam for Maine. Candy picks up lead for Maine.
new Aroostook blocker going to the box. Can't quite see who that is. So 2 blockers on the track for Aroostook. Candy says that's no problem, picks up 4 points.
Some big hits from Rowley, trying to pick up some points for Maine. Wiley sneaking around the outside from the box, completing their initial. Forcing Candy to call it off after scoring 8 points.
Mixed media and Rapunzel starting far back behind the jammer line for this one.
Mix using some fancy footwork to stay in bounds after a big hit from Narwin.
Rapunzel on a scoring pass. Picks up 4, calls it off. Classic derby.
Aroostook starting with 1 player in the box. Jammers, Sabs O'Steele and Betty B. Tough on the line. Betty running up the outside and avoiding a last blocker at the top, picking up lead. Sabs looking to pass to the pivot. Star pass completed to Shorty. Gets recycled by the wall.
Pack staying together, but moving at a good clip. And now we have a strong 3-wall from Aroostook. We've got 369, that's Number Muncher. Heading that tripod that Betty's pushing up against in the front here.
Ooh, a big hit from Shorty. Sends herself and Sticky to the floor. Betty still fighting a strong tripod from Aroostook, looking to score her points. Shorty blasting through the inside.
Number Muncher sent to the penalty box. I believe that was a multiplayer call.
Birch is joining Number Muncher in the box. Both teams starting with 1 blocker down.
Just about 14 minutes left, and we have Maine Roller Derby at 94 points. Aroostook at 141. Rapunzel through with lead as Candy Payne gets dragged back a little bit.
Candy fighting to get past Freak.
Chopped liver of Maine Roller Derby sits down in the box for a few seconds. Rapunzel has picked up 4. Rapunzel calls it off as Candy Payne finishes her initial. Total of 8 points on the jam for Aroostook.
An update on the raffle prizes. They will be the prizes will be drawn at halftime of the last game today. Mix looking for a way up, and they found it on the inside, grabbing lead for Maine. Legs is taking off the star, looking for a pass.
Pass has been completed to, is that number 2-4? Yeah, number 2-4, Neas Ek Machina.
Mix picked up 4 points for Maine. Aroostook 149, Maine 98.
Aroostook with one in the box to start this next jam. And they call a timeout. Jibe Consulting is a boutique healthcare consulting firm. To jibe means pivoting with purpose, harnessing momentum and leading through the pack, values we proudly share with the roller derby community. At Jibe, we believe in agility, strategy, and teamwork to build healthier communities, and we are proud to support the strength, resilience, and fierce spirit of roller derby. Thank you, Jibe.
Demands.
It's crisp, we like it. Whistling is a skill. Wiley Biote and Betty B. Tough jamming this one. Betty running up the inside line. But Wiley picks up lead. Betty's recycled into the pack.
I believe that was number 999, Tuck Her Up, that closed up that line on Betty.
And Stitch is sent to the box. And it's a jammer penalty for Aroostook.
Sticky situation gets sent to the penalty box for Maine Roller Derby.
Rath looking to peel some blockers off of Betty and get her through for a scoring pass. Stitch is rejoining Maine on the track. Betty drawn back by Freak.
Looks like Wiley does a spin move, stays on the track, continues around. And that's the second scoring pass for Wiley.
Betty taking a moment to put the star back on and score some points. A big hit on Stitch, drawn back to the inside.
Oh, a big hit by Freak again. Takes Betty B. Tough down. Betty earned 3 points, 3 hard-earned points on that one.
No hard feelings, Betty and Freak are high-fiving.
Aroostook picked up 12 on that last one, though, bringing our total scores to 161 Aroostook, 101 Maine Old Port Brigade.
Maine breaking 100.
Rapunzel makes quick work of getting lead.
Candy stepping around the last blocker, getting out on a scoring pass. Stitch standing in the box. Couple seconds left of their penalty.
We've got mixed media going up against Sabs of Steel for the jammer position.
Mix picking up a lead for Maine.
Evaded a big hit from 888 Narwin.
And 2 Aroostook blockers sitting in the box. Mix is sailing through on a scoring pass.
Maine holding up Sabs of Steel.
Mix with a little hop. You love to see it.
We have Sabs look to do a little hit on the other jammer.
Looks like they weren't sure if it was a cut. Officials say yes. Pivots out of the box for Aroostook, looking for a pass at the top of the pack. And Freak's got it, and she's off. Maine getting ready. Our big hit from Freak.
A little bit of offense.
And recycling in front. Mix sneaking through as well from the box. Picking up another 4.
Both jammers working hard. Final pickups on that. 8 for Aroostook Roller Derby, 15 for Maine.
I think that is Mix's highest scoring jam of the game. One Aroostook blocker in the box. Candy running up the inside for lead. Legs still in the pack. Yielding a cut as Candy's entering for a scoring pass.
Heartless Birch heads to the box.
Woo! Candy narrowly misses a big hit from Shorty. I was scared.
Candy calls it off, leaving that jam at 4-0.
Birch is serving a penalty in the box. She does not look remorseful at all. Rapunzel getting some speed to start and picking up lead on the inside. Mix not far behind.
And that's a quick call off 0-0 jam. Maine says, let's take a break, and calls a timeout.
lot of energy on the line from Wiley. We love to see that. Betty jamming for Maine. Rath holding Wiley. Sneaking out of the pack.
Rath sent to the box for Maine roller derby. Wiley shrugs off a hit from sticky situation, makes it through for 4 points.
Betty still on initial fighting. In turn 3, Birch hits Wiley out to the outside.
Sticky situation being sent to the penalty box for Maine roller derby.
Liver trying for a big hit on Wiley. And an Aroostook blocker sent to the box at the end of that jam.
Number 5-2, Reckitt on the line for Maine roller derby, going up against 3-2-8. That's Sabs of Steel for Aroostook.
Big hit from Freak, who draws hit back, but ends up in the box for a forearm. Maine's Wall holding Sabs in the back of the pack.
Big hit out from Tucker up of Aroostook on Reckitt. Big drag back, but sometimes that's all you need, a little bit of room, and Reckitt is through for lead. Star pass complete to Tucker up. Reckitt picks up 4 points and calls it off, bringing Maine roller derby to 124, up against Aroostook's 185. Just over a minute left on the clock.
Legs running up the inside for lead for Aroostook.
Mixed media makes it out on their initial. Sounds like everybody's pretty excited to continue playing roller derby.
Sounds like one more. Let's do one more.
Let's do one more. Cheering and some marching from Candy Payne.
Brawley holding the inside. Candy's lead for Maine in the last jam of this game. Looking for 1 point.
We
It's
are
all
moving super
smiles on the
fast.
track. Going it after picking up 4. One for Aroostook and 4 for Maine. Our score is 188 Aroostook, 128 Maine. Great game.
Thanks for joining us for this game. Stay tuned for our next game at 11:30. I hope AM, it says PM here. Twin State Derby versus the North Star Supernovas. Wow.
And in a moment, we will do MVPs in the center of the track. Really quickly, if we can decide them, so that we can get off the track for the next team's warm-up. Come and tell us your MVP blocker and MVP jammer.